Girl, I love that little R2D2 rolling around looking like a little vibrator. Yeah, late ill kid at OneYoungsta doing his thing, giving you that street geek and nerd soul. And guess what? Today we're going to be talking about day one of Star Wars Celebration. I am so hyped because not only are we back to Star Wars, but I'm here with my boy Chris. Dude is mad knowledgeable. We've been riding together for a while. We about to get our show started up. But Chris, introduce yourself, my brother.
What it do? I don't know if I'm that knowledgeable. You put a lot on it, but yeah, I like Star Wars. Been a fan, not incredibly fanatical, I would say, because I've met some fanatical Star Wars fans who could look up blueprints to the Millennium Falcon and name every part, and I'll just be like, that's a dope shirt. Yeah, but yeah.
All right, word. Well, the first thing I want to get into is the Rogue One trailer / featurette thing. It wasn't really a trailer. We were under the impression that we were going to get a trailer, but it was really more of a featurette kind of celebration reel.
Well, I'm not even sure if it was a featurette. It was more like a trailer of a featurette.
Yeah. But it was definitely some cool stuff in there that we got to see that really kind of broke down what to expect visually from, the whole Star Wars Rogue One setup. And it was extremely dope. If you haven't seen it, you should. But I'm going to go open it up to Chris. What does this raise your anticipation or lower your anticipation for Rogue One?
It raises it because I'm very interested in seeing this incredibly different side of a Star Wars journey, not specifically to the main canon storyline, that singular storyline that just kind of keeps going and going, but another piece of what happened back then in a more military format, to where it's kind of it could work out as being this generation's Platoon,
word
type of movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's this space epic military movie that's not based on any war that actually existed, so it's complete fantasy, but it's still kind of from what the trailers seem like they look like, it seems very gritty in that atmosphere.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
What I'm seeing with this is just it's definitely it just looks like it's directed so well, and it looks like they really are taking care to not only rely on the special effects, because every movie needs special effects, but they're also definitely dedicating a lot of energy to the practical effects, seeing these people actually hitting each other, seeing them jump up and bang up against real objects, seeing the wonderful makeup and costuming. Star Wars is at it again. And then you see these wonderful lush landscapes that these people are shooting in. It's just, I am so hyped for this. I'll be honest, I am over the moon for this mess.
I enjoy the fact that when filmmakers do this type of movie, sci-fi, something that's totally fantasy, and they take those practical effects and mix it in with visual effects and CGI and everything, and you get to the point where you're I don't really know where stuff ends and begins, so it fully immerses you into that place when you watch it, because the actors are actually immersed on these incredible Lord of the Ring type sets that are just insane. If you look at any of the behind the scenes for The Force Awakens, when they built that forest scene, I'm yo, they put trees in the studio. It's crazy.
It's this whole thing. You look at it and you're when we first heard about it, they were yo, we're getting people to work with from Zero Dark 30 or Black Hawk Down, and you were wow, these guys are really these guys are really coming with it. These guys are serious about this about this film and about what it's supposed to mean to everybody, because they're bringing in some people that make real war films.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're not playing no games right now, and I'm just excited because this is how you make a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is like, you see, there is nothing from this trailer or featurette or trailer featurette-ish thing that I am not digging. Also, real big shout because Gareth Edwards has been directing dope stuff for a long time. So I'm glad to see this coming together amazingly. And also, this doesn't really have to do with the well, it does, because you get to see more Donnie Yen. I'm glad to see him getting his shine, and I'm also glad to see, that he's like this blind character that's still like serving up like mad butt whoopings to everybody.
With a lot of projects that he's been working on recently, like, American Hollywood projects. I still have Hitman 3 queued up in my Netflix queue. I haven't watched it yet, but I will watch it.
That's some entertainment. So next, what's some other things that you thought were pretty dope as highlights as the first day of Celebration kind of unfolded?
I did like there were some talks and some interviews of the prop makers and using people who are just fans of the movies and who just build like drone props and everything, kind of like showing you behind the scenes of that. The interviews with the people who built BB-8, and they made a BB-8 specifically for the Celebration to like have roll around and meet people on the floor and everything and touch, and it responds to people and everything. Not either. I think they built like 7 models for the actual movie. Then they went out and built one specifically just for the Celebration.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was just so it could roll around and people can go, oh, BB-8, and it's like rolling down the hallway and going, beep, 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 and like talking to people or whatever. And yeah, that's super dope. And I also saw this kind of like featurette on YouTube about the prop shop that's helping to build models for sale, and they were also a part of a big part of building props for The Force Awakens and possibly Rogue One. I'm not sure about the Rogue One part, but I know they were a big part of The Force Awakens, and so they're also reproducing stuff that they built for sale to give to the public. So you can get your own like Darth Vader, shrine in your house.
Wow, cool. Now, I know I'm not sure if you saw this. This came out, I believe, the day before Celebration, but they showed a new clip for the new episode of, or the first episode of Rebels that's going to be coming out, and it kind of, I guess, highlights, Ezra's new powers, kind of where he's gone or kind of where he's come since the last season. You can see he's grown up a little bit. He's got a new cut.
Get that fresh cut.
He got that fresh cut.
Oh, it's making you feel like you can just rebel, son. Just ain't messing with this fade right now.
Man, and like it's pretty cool to see him kind of like extremely acrobatic. Dude's taking charge. He doesn't seem like that. I guess you could say he doesn't seem like that unsure Ezra anymore, and he doesn't seem as annoying as he did before either. Now, of course, that's something that usually happens with the younger characters. When you watch them, they are kind of, they kind of get on your nerves a little bit, but you understand that they've got to grow. And with the trailer that or the clip that we saw, you had I forgot the guy's name. He's always like running drugs and like like different like weapons and stuff. They had him in it. You had your girl Sabine in there. And Sabine actually looks like she has a little design upgrade too. So it was pretty cool to see them like running around and like fighting against the I guess not the First Order but the Empire at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was actually pretty psyched to see that and to wonder where this season goes. I hope this season doesn't have the same type of fillers the last one did, but I'm definitely excited for Rebels, because right now Clone Wars for me is still better than Rebels was, but I'm excited to have Ahsoka there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what's up with Ahsoka? Because when she left on Clone Wars, it kind of broke my heart. But I see that they kind of bringing her back and let you know what she's been up to, how she's been coping with things, like who she is now, sort of as an adult, like a fully realized adult now.
Yeah, in Rebels, she's not, I guess she doesn't identify herself as a Jedi anymore.
Right.
But she was revealed as the character or the organization Fulcrum that they didn't, we didn't know about, like in the first season or the beginning of the second season, I guess. And then we realized that, she's the Fulcrum, she's the person that's kind of like helping out. Rex is still there. He's a little older, but Rex is still there helping out, and it's just cool to see her in a role where she had to come back because no one else was there.
Nobody's holding her down.
And it was cool to also see her fight. Well, first recognize who Darth Vader was, and then have to fight him as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of emotional tug and pull for her.
Yeah. I'll definitely have to go back and check that episode out again, because there was a lot of power in that episode. Just hearing them talk to each other, and the fact that she knew who he was and stuff like that, and the fact that she got out alive, was a big deal too. As far as I'm concerned.
There's not a lot of people who get out alive.
Yeah.
We see Darth Vader roll up.
Yeah. So, and you definitely can tell that she kept her skills up, because when she was fighting the Inquisitors, she took both of them on, without any issue. She brought out the white sabers, and that was it. So, she definitely held it down. But that clip of the new season from Rebels, I think that's definitely a highlight, even though not from the first day, but you might as well roll it in there and count it.
Right. Yeah, the white lightsabers I truly dig, because it reaffirms who she is and who she was kind of always destined to become, in this whole universe and storyline and everything. So that was that was really screwed up.
Cool. Now, speaking of Ahsoka, one thing that did come out from today is a panel where Dave Filoni, along with the young lady that does Ahsoka's voice, I can't think of her name, I think it's Ashley Eckstein, or Ecclestein, I think it's Eckstein, and Pablo Hidalgo, they were together. Pablo Hidalgo, if you guys don't know, is the canon guy for Star Wars. But they got together and did a panel and had a little bit of footage, also some slides about Ahsoka's Untold Tales. And I'll let you kind of unfold this one, Chris, because I think you might have seen more of it than I have.
I actually did not. you caught more than I did.
Man. Well, in the Untold Tales, he kind of goes into how he originally created the character, his conversation with George Lucas back in the days, and kind of how Star Wars is George Lucas's baby, but Ahsoka is really kind of like Dave Filoni's baby. Ahsoka is really a character that he sees as kind of like his daughter. And he has kind of mapped out all of these extra storylines that we haven't been able to see due to Clone Wars being cut short, and also due to the time jump between Clone Wars and Rebels. And he just kind of goes on about these battles where she had to go and kind of fight against the Emperor, go protect the Emperor, where she was at odds with the Emperor, where she actually got a chance to see Anakin after she left the Jedi Order, her being able to lead her kind of own legion of what is it, Clone Troopers, just before like the Revenge of the Sith. There was some pretty cool moments that Dave Filoni like outlined, even far back as, you know, when she was first discovered, and kind of what could have happened and what he thought would have been sweet, you know, to kind of like get from that character. It was a really dope presentation, because, you know, you're hearing this great storyteller along with these pictures, these sketches, these storyboards, and it really fills out more of who this young lady, who I could not stand when I first saw.
Yeah, when she first came out, she was kind of annoying, and then she grew on you.
Yeah, she grew on me. I'll be honest. And in that episode arc where she was framed and she had to run away and her name was cleared subsequently, it just broke my heart, man. I did not want to see her go, but I understood kind of like where she was coming from, and it's just dope seeing her come back and be in a more advisory role in Rebels. But what's some other highlights that you got from day one of Celebration?
Well, I saw an interview with Ray Park, who seems to be kind of like a frequent, what would you call him, like a special guest to the celebration. Yeah. And, you know, he obviously has a fan following because, you know, people love Darth Maul.
Yeah.
And he was somebody who, like, I'm not sure if the character was, you know, created before he took on the role, but he truly like brought that joint to life with the whole like silent treatment. And, you know, he had like 3 lines maybe.
Yeah, he didn't really say much.
In episode 1, and that made him like kind of seem more dangerous. Like, if you come across this dude, you need to run as fast as possible in the you know, opposite direction. But yeah, he seems, you know, he's talking a lot about, you know, the background of lightsaber dueling and fighting, and his background and what he was bringing to the table as far as Darth Maul, because Ray Park's background, to my knowledge, is Northern Shaolin Kung Fu, Wushu, and kickboxing, and like Savate, I think.
Wow.
So yeah, but I think he originated with Kung Fu and Wushu.
Ooh, cool,
and then like built on the other ones, you know, as, you know, his film career kept going, to my knowledge. But yeah, so that's when you see like a lot of like, you know, the twisty flips and fluidity and everything. That's Ray Park adding more to like the lightsaber duels and everything. And then when you talk about the evolution of, you know, lightsaber fights and duels and everything, the basis for it is, you know, Japanese kendo fighting, because, you know, the stories of, you know, the Jedi and Darth Vader and all that's built upon, you know, samurai warriors and, you know, that whole, you know, Bushido, that lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, like that feudal Japan and everything. So it's only fitting that kendo would be like the basis for lightsaber fights and everything. And I watched like a special on lightsaber dueling and where it came from like last year, and I'm not sure if like a lot of people knew about it because it was like on SportsCenter or something. So I watched that, and that was real eye-opening. And usually I watch a lot of extras on lightsaber fights to see where it came from and how they do it and everything. And it was real cool, man. I enjoyed it a lot. And so if you watch any kendo matches and then you watch a lightsaber match, you can kind of see the similarities. And I forget the guy's name, but he's kind of been like the main lightsaber choreographer for Star Wars since episode 1, once Darth Maul came on. But he was talking about how he took like certain steps from like kendo with the whole like hack, parry, slice, you know, count of kendo, and then added a few like spin moves and like swipes and everything in between that, and like kind of like reordered it to, you know, make a more, I guess, space age stylizing of kendo to fit the lightsaber.
All right, cool. One thing I've got to throw to real quick is the fact that we've got Star Wars coming once a year. Like, that's just dope. Like that.
Yeah, because
This just
we hadn't had it for like a minute. And as soon as Disney acquires it, it's like, we giving y'all Star
because
Wars.
like because I mean, think when they first bought Star Wars, people were like, well, it's Disney, it's the Mouse House, we don't know, how's it gonna look? And we saw that first trailer for episode 7, man, and it seems like ever since then they have been on top of things. Like they really know what they're doing and where they're going. You know what I'm saying? And it's in my opinion, it's incredible, man. It's just
Well, I would definitely say somebody or some people in Disney really know what they're doing when they buy certain identities or franchises. They just want to make it bigger than what it is.
Yeah.
And they don't want to change it. They just want to make it bigger. So they're like, all right, well, let's get some people together who are really passionate about it. They really want to take it to the next level and let them do their thing. And let's keep it moving. Like, same thing with Marvel. And I can talk about this stuff because Disney owns all of it.
Yeah.
So Star Wars Celebration, it's really Disney Celebration. But you might see like Stormtrooper Mickey walk past.
Word. Well, before we wrap up everything, you guys, if you have missed the Star Wars Celebration and you want to know more about it, you can go to StarWars.com, or you can check out StarWarsNewsNet.com, or you can go to Star Wars channel on YouTube and watch the live stream. There was so much news that came out today. There's no way we can cover it all, but we do want you guys to chop it up with us below in the comments. Let us know what you thought. What was your favorite part of today's celebration? How excited are you that we've got a blind Donnie Yen that is beating up stormtroopers left and right?
Straight.
Like this it's just cool.
The hell out of him. like, oh, you got a gun? I got a stick.
It's like, all I need is a stick. It's like, but
I can't see you, but I can feel myself beating the living daylight.
Well, before we go in and sign off, Chris, you got any shout outs?
Shout out to Disney for keep making dope movies and my childhood like come to life. And yeah.
All right, cool. So now where can the good people on the internet find you?
You can find me at a Full Tang Dr. John on Instagram. Got a website as well. We also got some bigger things coming out that I won't spill the beans on yet, but expect some more YouTube content from the both of us.
Yeah, definitely. We've got some stuff. We can't spill it yet, but it's gonna be real dope.
It's coming soon.
All right, well, guys, we thank y'all for listening. Keep loving that Star Wars. Also, just to let you know, in August, I will be doing Darth Vader. That's right. Vlog every day in August, but I will be vlogging every day in August about something Star Wars related. I can't wait to just chop it up with you guys on some Star Wars. But, of course, remember, like, comment, and subscribe. And, of course, VA, what up? LA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And peace.